Alright, guys. We're going to do some stuff today. We're going to be looking at some stuff I found on here. UHF, VHF, Amazon. There was some deals. Let's see if we can pull them up. We have a lot of radios coming out, a lot of new ones. There was a deal on this one earlier. Got this one here. I've been kind of interested in trying one of these out. They say they're made out of metal. I don't know whether or not that's true or not. Metal material, dust proof. I'm like, I don't know. I wish Radtel would send me some radios to review. That would be better than me having to buy them. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's a deal on this thing here. Okay. So a lot of people use these because they've got SMAs on them and they're rechargeable. Um, so it reads forward in SWR. It comes with some adapters, the BNC, probably reverse SMA. It's using the old micro input for some reason. What are they showing here? Don't do this. Oh, yeah. Well, and the reason they don't want you to do this is because you can't accurately measure the power of a radio if the antenna is not resonant. Why they're telling you to not do that is stupid. That would allow you to tell if this antenna is a good match for this radio. The dummy load will look like 50 ohms. It will tell you what this radio can put out when it's looking at a 50 ohm load. The antenna is not going to look like a perfect 50 ohm load to the radio. But anyway, these are $37. They're usually 40 or 50, somewhere in there. I really like these, but they're too expensive in my opinion. And I think this is a better design. The other one will work if you want to just test antennas and stuff and put it directly on the radio. I think this has end connectors, so you'll need some adapters. It only got SO239s. These are always really hard to understand because the biggest number on it is the SWR, and the watts are up in the corner small. But apparently, according to them, you can put it in line like that too. So it's not as big as it looks. What else we got? Those are the two things I noticed that I'm like that I need that I don't have. I've often wondered about these power supplies. I mean, because the Astron power supplies and stuff like that can be kind of expensive. This is a 30 amp bench switching power supply, regulated, blah blah blah. The cigarette lighter plug, which is actually really helpful if you work on stuff and sometimes you need stuff like that. There is a noise offset on the power supply, which leads me to believe it's probably going to make some noise. But if it works, that's cool. I just picture of some Motorola radios, which reminds me, there's a $155 Kenwood on here. If we can find it, it's a nice one. These are cool too. I like these. I've never had one, but they look nice. I'd like to try one. So there's a company selling these Kenwoods for $155, and it may not show up in these search results. It's a $49 DMR radio, the Radtel RT4D. That was another radio I was looking at, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. I've got two DMR radios already. So this radio here kind of looks like the radio that TYT um, has, that I'm going to be getting to review eventually. GT12. Um, Supposedly the one they're going to send me is 15 watts, which is a lot. Um, let's find that Kenwood. We got some duplexers. AnyTone. This is a good one here, worth mentioning for mobile. 70 watts. 70 watts. And $155. AnyTone AT588 Max, 70 watts VHF, 2-meter radio with airband, AI noise canceling, 510 channels. This is a good radio for the price. You used to be able to buy Yaesu single band radios like this. Now this is based on the chassis that you'll see a lot of the Midland Midland GMRS radios. You see how it has this barbecue grill looking thing with the fan on the back. It's going to be a pretty good radio. I wouldn't mind having one of those to put in the truck. I've got a Alinco, well, had an Alinco 80 watt, 85 watt. I've got the 70 or 75, the FT 2900R, and it's in the house, but I don't know. This doesn't look like the faceplate is detachable, which, to be honest with you, I don't really care about. But I think that's a really good deal for a high-power 2-meter radio. And if you're not going to be using repeaters, and that's the kind of radio you want right there, something like that. Here we got the new UV5R minis, and these are really slick looking, but I don't know anything about them outside of that. I just like the way they look. So they claim that they have Bluetooth programming app. They've got, I think they can be charged to the USB. I'm not really sure, but it works out to be about $22.50 each radio. So that's a pretty good deal. They come in green and clear and some other color. I'd like to review one of those at some point in time. I'm not seeing that Kenwood. Global PTT. Those are just network radios. Here's a Daiwa. $146. There's starting to be a lot of crazy stuff that you can get. On Amazon, you couldn't get before. 2-meter, 70 centimeter, dual band, NMO, magnetic, $40. Discone antenna. I'm not seeing that Midland. HDMI to RF modulator. EHF, UHF, AV to RF coaxial converter. Interesting device there. Duplexer. Wow. Boy, I don't know where that. It would be nice if they would just give you the same search results, but what happens is you're logged into Amazon and they are pushing their agenda on you. And it did show up next to that AnyTone, but we'll take a look again and see if maybe I accidentally scrolled by it. So here's these ones here. I've read mixed reviews about these. To me, this would be like a perfect size radio. I thought it said single DIN. It just says mini size. I have seen some of these that are absolutely just tiny. So that would be cool to have one of those. See, here's a dual band radio, $240, AnyTone 5888. There's a bunch of these other ones like this. I don't know if any of them are good or not. You get the KT8900, the QYTs. I don't know if those are any good either. Interesting, we're not seeing that Kenwood. Let me see if I can just look for it. VHF Kenwood. Got some microphones, some antennas. It might be that it wasn't prime or something like that, you know? Maybe that's why I'm not finding it. Kenwood car stereo, amplifier, marine radios. It was a TM like 281 or something. Kenwood 65 watt. Where? Weird. It doesn't even come up. VHF mobile. I assure you, I have found it on my phone, but we're not seeing it here. It was next to this AnyTone when I was searching around, and it was cheap. It was good. They had good reviews too. Oh, here it is right here. 169, the TM281 65 watt VHF radio. Now, this is as commercial as you're going to get. These are really, really nice radios. When I worked at O'Reilly Auto Parts, we actually had these in the trucks. I think we had these ones. And then we had one at the shop with a Astron switching power supply mounted to it all in a little case. Anyway, those were the ones I wanted to show you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Let's see if we can get in here and stop recording.